Babe, you want to hand me that can over there?
This one here?
Yeah, that one there.
I sure can.
Sure can. What's up, guys? Sean here with Spencer's Lawn Care. Today I want to talk to you about what is the best option for a gas can. Okay, so over 6 years in business, I've purchased about every kind of gas can there is on the market. I have a lot of 5 gallons. I have more 2 gallons. I just don't feel like carrying more from the shed. But I've had about every kind of spout there is on the market, from the easy pours that they call them, or the EPA pours or whatever, to basic fills, the bendy tubes that break. This one, I don't even remember what they called it, but it was supposed to be kind of like this one, but it wasn't bad. It just never wanted to stay tight. You come up here, this was another bendy, just like the yellow one down here. They always snap off after you bend them a couple times, probably 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 times, I don't know, whatever, guys, a couple 100 times. Then you have your easy, just fill here, just pull the button and then push down on it. Real nice and simple. And then we have the brand new Sure cans that I haven't used just yet. I purchased these around August of last year. I actually got 2 of them. What happened is I got a gift card from a customer for $100, and I actually went to Lowe's and I picked up both these cans. They were a bit over $100 for 2 of them, but it was something I just wanted to pick up, and I had the gift card. And what, I would never personally, I don't think, spend $50+ on a gas can, or around $50 on a gas can out of my own money, but with the gift card, I was interested in them. Everybody was talking about them, so I went ahead and picked them up. But I have yet to use this can. I am going to use this can, and if it is a good can and I like it, I would probably go out and then spend the hard-earned money to go ahead and get it, because all these cans, guys, I mean, you have cans here from $10 and $12 and, not exactly, guys. I'm just kind of throwing out here. I know I've picked some up for $12, $15, $20. I've even picked some of these up at yard sales, and I got a whole slew of these things out in the shed, guys, like no joke. I only carried 4 more in just for this little video here. But these cans, I picked some of them up for $2, $3 at yard sales, garage sales. But I just want to kind of do a little bit of a durability test, and then I want to give you kind of my thoughts of what I think about for a gas can for you, for me, for whoever. Okay, one of the first things you notice looking at all these gas cans are the plastic, the red. And looking at them at a glance, you kind of can tell the plastic's all pretty much made about the same. Some of them are probably a little thicker, some are probably a little bit thinner. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give them the old hammer test. And I'm just going to kind of run through, and I'm going to see if I can break any of them. And I'm just basically going to use the sledgehammer. So we're just going to go ahead and start with the Sure can.
Stop. Hammer time.
Didn't break that one. Didn't break that one. Didn't break that one. Let's go ahead and grab some more down here, fellas. Didn't break that one. Didn't break that one. Didn't break that one. Last one. Didn't break that one. Just so nobody says I'm being biased towards the Sure can. No. Alright, so that was a little bit of a hammer test. Just basically testing out the durability of the plastic. From what I can tell, hitting all of these guys, the plastics are fairly the same. Okay? Now, it is roughly about 25 degrees out here, so this plastic is severely cold. And I was honestly anticipating breaking one of them. I'm very shocked that I couldn't break one of them. Okay, you're in the market to purchase a gas can. The first thing that's going to come to mind is affordability. What do you want to pay to get a good gas can? Now, like I've already stated, we have the most expensive can here that I have at right around $50 roughly. All the way down to some of these were like 12 to 15 bucks. I think I picked this one up at Menards years ago, maybe 6 years ago, 7 years ago. So you got to kind of figure out, what do you want to spend on a gas can? These all pretty much do the same thing in general. They hold fuel. They hold gas. That's all they have to do. You're taking gas and you're storing it in here for a temporary period until you put it into something else. Now, can you get the Cadillac model, the luxury model? Yes, you can. Or can you get a basic model? Yes, you can. And how basic do you want to go with it? Some people, you know, they have to have the best of the best. Other people, they just want something that's going to work. They don't mind putting a little more effort into it, or if it takes just a little bit longer. You know, my dad is one of these type of people. He would use this gas can his entire life over this gas can just because it's simple, it's a cheaper option, and it does the same thing. It stores fuel for a temporary period until you're going to put it into whatever you're going to put it in. Okay, so you have the Cadillac model here. This bad boy has the downspout that flips down, and then you have, just like, you know, pumping gas, you just push the lever here, and it's going to let the gas out until you fill up what you want, let go, put the fill cap back up, and you're going to be good to go. Now this one here, this stout here used to be probably about that long. It's broken off. This is just a basic can, guys. It just holds fuel. I think it was maybe around $10, $12, whatever. Now this can would pour very slow. It had a bad flow rate. And what I did, and this was years ago before they came out with the tabs that you could put on the back of these and then open up and allow the fill to go out faster. So what I did back in the day is I actually just took a drill bit and I just drilled a hole in the top of the handle here. And that allowed the fuel to go out much quicker, okay? Now, we would get a little bit of splash here and there on the trailer or the truck or whatever, and it'd come out and leak down the handle, just a little bit. But generally, we wouldn't fill this gas can up, you know, even up to this handle part here. We'd get 5 gallons right in roughly about here. So these are two major different options here. You have cheap and affordable, and then you have still affordable, but a more expensive option here. So it really comes down to personal preference. I like to say that word a lot because what you like might not be what I like, and what I like might not be what you like, but it really comes down to personal preference when you're choosing a can. Any gas can is going to work for you, okay? Yes, you're going to have gas cans that you buy and the nozzles are going to snap off. That's just part of it. This can here, I guarantee you if I use this for a long period of time, at some point, this nozzle is going to break off here, you know, in the flex tube, or it's going to have some issues leaking down around here. Something's going to happen. So it's all wear and tear and how you treat the gas can over the lifetime of its, you know, over the lifetime of the gas can itself. So any of these are going to have failing options, okay? They're going to have, you know, like this one here, I remember it used to like snap on here. If you can see the breather here, used to have a cap that screwed on here and then it hooked to this. Well, that cap's obviously gone. So that means at some point, that little tab piece that connected here broke off and it got lost. Okay, that's a failing piece of the tool. But now this gas can has been around a long time. The same thing with this here. Using it, bending it over and over, you know, and not including the gas, you know, breaking down the plastics a little bit over time. It makes this plastic very brittle and it just gives way. So all these, even this one here, the tip broke off one day. We were pouring fuel into the mower. And I went to lift it up and didn't have it up just enough, and the tip snapped off. Now this doesn't even go on it anymore. The cap back here, this one still pops on, but it's just not, we don't even use this gas can anymore. I just kind of keep them around in case I got to go get a lot of fuel for a job, or if we need kerosene, or, you know, we're running a Bobcat, whatever we're doing. I just kind of keep these around as large storage units for fuel. So guys, like I always like to say, it's all personal preference. You know, you really can't go wrong with any of these gas cans. Are some of them going to break quicker than others? Yes. But if you're buying a $12, a $20, a $25 gas can, you have to kind of take into aspects that, you know, in a couple of years, you know, the nozzle's probably going to break. They make replacement parts for all of these. I just, you know, for some reason, I just kind of pick up another can whenever I'm out. Or if these go on sale, I'll pick them up. So it's kind of personal preference, guys. Figure out what you like. They all do the same thing. They all hold fuel. They all hold gasoline. Some look better than others, you know. So it's all personal preference, guys. As always, keep mowing, keep going, keep making money, boys. I'll talk to you later.